Thank you for sharing. I just watched the video of the gentleman in the FedEx truck, and I was gonna type my comment, but I felt like there was just too many words that I wanted to say, and there wasn't enough space in the comment section. So here we go. We are all familiar with these type of events taking place, but something I think we should really pay attention to that I've seen in this video and a few others is the level of pain that that individual is feeling. And that should be what we focus on as a community of people. I don't feel like this situation is going to get much better before it gets worse, simply because we know what we're dealing with. We know that this racism is just ignorance. And you can't argue with an ignorant, uneducated person. You can't make them see. Experience has to make them see. And I don't see changing an entire 400 and some year history of people who operate the way they have been operating. It's just, we may be able to change some minds, but to get the results that we want as a culture, it's going to take us just kind of folding in on ourselves and taking the effort to protect and cover our own people. That man in that truck seemed like he was so distraught because I feel like maybe because he was just at his end. When you have no recourse, there's nothing you can do, and you're just tired of it, it becomes so hard to deal with. I don't see a lot of black men crying over stuff like this. Usually, when a black man is attacked, they are willing and capable of fighting back by whatever means necessary, whether that's physical defense of self, um, using the law, using their words, whatever it takes. We are intelligent enough to defend ourselves, but I feel like our men are in a place where they're not out of hope, they're just tired and frustrated. When you don't even feel safe doing your job, that's a problem. It's one thing to be at a cookout and have the police called on you or sitting at a Starbucks. This man was simply doing his job. He's in uniform. Obviously, I saw FedEx across his chest. Everybody knows that purple shirt. And I'm sure that big behind truck had FedEx written across it. But for his presence to make you so uncomfortable that you have to spit on him, which is one of the most disrespectful things you can do to a person, no matter what their color, and then try to run that man over and take his life, that's just ridiculous. We as a culture have to protect ourselves, protect one another, and create a culture of protection within ourselves. I appreciate every white person that supports black people doing and getting what they finally deserve to get as a people, but right now we have to start taking measures to make sure we are properly protected from within. So that way our men, our sons, our daughters, our mothers, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunts, aunts, everybody has a place where they feel safe. Because right now that's nowhere. Not even your home really, which is extremely sad. But if we can create that system of support where you know somebody's got your back, somebody's pulling for you, somebody's caring for you, we need to make that message clear to one another across the board, not just within your household, but solidarity. That's the word. Thank you, Jesus. But solidarity, that's what we need. And it needs to be spread abroad as much as possible and as fast as possible. Like we're with you. We are here. We will protect you. If you're in our vicinity, black women, if you see a man being arrested, questioned, mistreated, stand there, wait, record, whether it's a man, woman, child, whatever. If you see cops, whether they're doing right or wrong, just make sure there's a presence there to protect our community instead of waiting for someone else to do it. It hurts my heart so much to see that man hurting the way he's hurting. You can tell that it's just out of pure frustration and exhaustion with this whole ridiculous process. We shouldn't have to be in 2020 asking to be allowed to just be. Everybody else in this country has been given that opportunity except for us. We've been told how to be, how to live, how to walk, how to talk, how to act, how to drink, how to even function in our own culture. Nobody else has that problem. Asians are allowed to be as Asian as they want to. Unquestioned. Unquestioned. Italians can come over here with all the pasta and Alfredo sauce they want. Ain't nobody gonna tell you to stop being Italian. Bostonians can be as Bostonian as they want. No one's gonna tell you to not be who you are. Irish, whatever. When your culture is solid, they don't bother you. We have to make ourselves solid from within. They're not gonna help us. We have to help ourselves at this point. And that video just shows me how important it is right now to start circling back to ourselves, stop asking for help from them, but clean up our own communities, clean up our own homes, streets. I don't care where you live. I don't care what you do for a living. If you in the ghetto, make it the prettiest ghetto. Use that graffiti to make some beautiful murals. If you in a gang, you thugging, more power to you. But make sure that old lady makes it across the street. Make sure that lady makes it to the grocery store and back without being robbed for her social security check. Make sure all those babies make it to school. Make sure the playground is cleaned up so the babies have a safe place to play. Guard the playground so those babies have a safe place to play. The movement that we have right now is going to make it better for them. So we need to make sure we protect the men that we have now so that those babies have a better future. This man was tired. And I can fully understand that. He's tired. All of us are just tired. I am over it. Over it. And I'm only 35. I have family members who were here, still alive since the 50s and the 60s. My mother was a part of segregation. She was one of the ones who got to transition into a desegregated high school. So it's not that long ago. This is fresh for us, for this generation, for our 80s and 90s babies who are now adults and having to really face this thing politically, morally head on. It's our time to just take a different approach. Fix it from within. Not that we are doing it wrong per se, but just a new approach. Rioting's not working anymore. We got to take the smart route. Control of community, control of money, control our political power. Those are our best bets. Control of your community, make it nice. You don't got fresh vegetables at the grocery store? Grow a garden. Urban gardens work just as good as those country ones. Control of your finances. Where are you spending your money? You guys have seen this and heard this before. Where are we spending our money? Vote with your dollars. Control of your politics. Pay attention to local, state, and federal political events. You need to know who's your mayor, who's your congressman, who's your House representative, who is in charge of your district, who's in charge of your county. Those things impact policies and zoning and school funding, things like that you need to be aware of so that you can make your voice known. I watched as a teacher from a school that I worked at a while ago had the laws changed. Laws. These were laws that she had changed. A regular lady like you and me decided that her diabetic daughter needed some policies changed within public schools. She got that law changed because she was aware of what the laws were and what parts of those laws needed to change to help affect her daughter's life and the lives of other people who were like her daughter. It's not that complicated. We just have to do it. Yes, they've hidden the information from us. Go find it. Yes, they've hidden resources from us. Make our own. We know how to do this better than anybody else. We have to start from within. Don't wait for them to help us. If they come later on, fine. But right now, we need to take the steps that we need to take to make sure we are doing what we got to do. No other Black man needs to be sitting at work crying. He couldn't even function after this event. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. We need to start making sure they feel safe. We need to make sure they're feeling protected. Watch for them. Keep an eye out for your babies. Keep an eye out for your siblings, your family members, your friends. Look out for all of them. I check on my fiance on a regular basis. Are you at the gym? When are you leaving the gym? It's ridiculous. He shouldn't have to go do a bench press and then figure out how he's going to save his life before he can get home. He shouldn't have to worry about that. He shouldn't have to decide, I have to dress a certain way leaving the gym so that I won't die. No other man has to do that except a black man. I can't leave the gym with all these muscles out in this tank top because I might make somebody white uncomfortable. It's unacceptable. He has to take a whole bag with an extra outfit in it so he looks non-threatening. Not cool. Not cool. We got to do better for ourselves. Don't wait. Don't wait. That man's pain is reason enough to not wait anymore. The change has to come from within. All of them are not going to hear us. And if they do hear us, it's going to take time for those policies to change. And you're still going to have bigots after that. You're still going to have people who don't follow it, who don't care, who are just operating in pure ignorance. That is all racism is, pure ignorance without a desire to change. That is what racism is. Ignorance without the desire to change. So, don't wait for anybody else to change. You change what's around you. Community, money, politics. That's what we're missing. It sounds daunting. It's not. We can do this if we do it together. We need solidarity. Get it together. Don't wait for nobody else. We can do this. Tulsa, Rosewood. There's plenty of others. I can't remember the whole list, but I made my daughter research it today. We have proof that we have the ability if we come together. The devices to keep us separated, we have to just take those down. Yes, there's a lot of them, and that has been the social engineering for generations to separate us, to keep us from coming together because of what we can do together. Look at your history. That's what they have done over and over and over again. Keep them separated. Don't let them come together with all them skills and trades and labors and intellects. Don't bring them together. Keep them separated. Keep them divided. Squash all that. I don't care where you from. I don't care where your mama from. Right now, if you look like me, we together. If you look like me, I got your back. If your children look like me, I got their back too. I will treat them like they're mine. I will cover them like they're mine. I will protect them like they're mine. That is where we need to be at as a people. I pray no other man has to go through this. I pray none of our sons have to go through this ever again. Let this be the time that it changes, for real. No more marches, no more riots, no more speeches. Turn in, take care of home first. Educate your children, spend your money wisely, pay attention to the politics. What are they trying to do in our communities without our knowledge? Thank you for listening. That was a lot.